Well, the restaurant industry is clearly not happy, but how does the liquor industry feel about the move to lockdown level 2? Well, let's cross live to our reporter, Nqobile Madlala, who's standing by with Lucky Ntimane from the National Liquor Traders Council. Nqobile, what kind of response are you getting from the liquor industry? There must be some sense of relief from them.
Definitely some sense of relief, eNCA. In fact, I just want to bring in Lucky immediately to this conversation. Lucky, how does how does your industry and the liquor industry feel about the fact that you now have one more added day?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. We welcome the President announcement last night that is some of the restrictions placed on alcohol sales, particularly around curfew. We feel that the extra 2 hours that we've been given will be able to help assist even the restaurant sector that has been buckling under the lockdown regulations that we had to endure. But also the issue of gatherings is going to support, our trade, especially the bigger taverns, the Chisanyamas, who have been struggling really to get people into their midst. So we feel that this is a rest by the President. On the issue of the retailers, we feel that more could have been done in that space. An extra day, it's really not going to make a difference, because if you look at the other day, that is Friday, what it does, it then allows retailers to only operate at a 70% capacity in terms of the available hours for them. That is not enough, because the costs that they have to bear are at 100%. But also we've got bottle stores in the township space that have been struggling. So we expected the President, to really give us something to sing home about, but it wasn't to be. But in the whole, we welcome the President announcement.
Talking about those that are in the townships that have been struggling, how are they holding up? Is there more work for people now that there's an extra day?
Look, it is going to be a struggle to really absorb some of the workers that have been laid off as a result of accommodating the 4-day trade. It's a wait-and-see approach. We do not want to sound as if all is lost. We are a resilient nation, and the alcohol industry is known to be resilient. So we're hopeful that we should see a positive uptake in terms of the numbers. We should see, some of the restaurants as well starting to take off and getting more customers into their midst. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we should be able to see some green lights coming out of the announcement that the President has made.
And of course, the country is fighting to get that herd immunity. Is your industry also asking people to vaccinate?
The alcohol industry is on record to say that we support government's efforts to ensure that we fully deal with the COVID-19 pandemic, and that includes vaccinations. Vaccination is the surest scientific way we have as a country to fight the pandemic. As liquor traders, as taverners, as bottle stores, and as the entire alcohol value chain, we support government's drive to get everyone vaccinated. We feel that getting that jab on your arm is going to save us as a country and will allow us to operate come December without having to worry about restrictions.
All right. And of course, about that December, just to understand in the liquor industry, how you're going to make sure that everyone adhere to these restrictions, that there's no more that's added.
So we appreciate that, liquor manufacturers, in particular Distal, has invested heavily, as well as SAB Intervent Compliance Program, which educate liquor traders in how to comply with COVID-19 protocols. These programs have been going well across the country, where about more than 5,000 taverners have been identified and trained. But also the fact that manufacturers such as SAB have invested, in protocol in terms of vaccinations. In Limpopo, for example, partnering with the provincial government there, we feel that this will make a difference. The more we get people vaccinated, the more we're able to fully open up the trade and allow our businesses to flourish come December without having to fear being closed or locked down again.
All right. Thank you very much. Lucky Ntimane just speaking to us about how the liquor industry feels about this, but very clear that they are supporting the vaccination and also saying this might be helpful for them, but at the same time, it's still very difficult times for the liquor industry. So one added day, very important, but there's lots still of work to be done.
Nqobile Madlala getting lots of reaction for us today on lockdown level 2. Thank you so much.